Okay, we have Sanjoy Banerjee here. I've got the white pieces. He's rated 2068. Let's roll with some Jobava London. I've really been having fun with this opening lately. Just wanted to see what other time controls he plays in his ratings. So 1500 bullet, 1800 blitz, 1700 classical. Okay, so Jobava time. I started playing this well, I sort of picked up the opening because I was playing in the Alabama State Championship a few weeks ago, and I figured it was sort of a newfangled opening, and I knew I'd be playing against some older players that might not be familiar with it, and indeed I think that was the case. Actually, my most recent YouTube video was from that tournament, although I was playing black, so I didn't get to play a Jobava. um, okay, I don't really know this setup here. So, yeah, it looks like this sort of stuff isn't going to happen. The other thing that white likes to do in the Jobava is to push all the kingside pawns. I can still do that. That didn't change. The question is, do I want to let black double my pawns here? I feel like I'll just accept that. We'll see whether or not it comes to pass. Let's just keep developing. He does have to give up the bishop pair if he wants to do it. Yeah, so like normally in the Jobava, when they play c5, that's when you want to play knight b5. But since it's illegal, you know, I guess I can't do it. However, I could take here, draw this bishop back, and then play it. I mean, in any case, I think I'm taking here because I don't want c4 to happen. He might decide to take here first. I'll have tripled pawns, but I will have the bishop pair. But that's definitely a way he could try to play. I mean, another candidate would be knight ge2. Unfortunately, that loses a bishop. So it's not a very good candidate. I mean, I think I am taking, and I might have some weird queenside structure. Okay, he didn't even do it. He wants to recapture with the knight, it appears. I'm thinking about c6. You know, is just sort of a different way to give back the pawn, but that, you know, promotes black's pawn from a b pawn to a c pawn. That gives him a little better center control, so that's probably not correct to do. I still want knight ge2 just to be able to recapture here without messing up my pawns, but then my bishop is again getting not trapped this time, but traded off. Also e5 now on the table for black. That's probably something to be aware of. Maybe I should play knight f3 to stop e5. e5 is actually looks fairly annoying. The pawn can run all the way up to e4. So I think that's going to be my my strategy here. So this isn't a typical Jobava London at all. For the moment, I'm up a pawn. And I'm not even behind in development. Like, usually, you know, if one side is delaying the recapture of a pawn, they're getting a lead in development. That hasn't really happened here. But, I mean, black does have more center pawns. And black still has the option to mess up my queen side. I mean, the thing about this is that, it seems like I'll be able to just play c4. So I will have an isolated c pawn, but probably not, you know, a situation where I permanently have doubled c pawns. I have a tournament coming up tomorrow, actually. So I might even record a few videos tonight. Get some practice games in. I do think I want the Joe Bava to be part of my like regular opening rotation, let's say. I think where I'd really like to be is where I kind of have two different ways that I play D4, two different ways that I play E4. You know, I don't want to be so easy to prepare for. Okay, so now knight B5 um, is the Joe Bava style move. And I think on either queen A5 check or bishop B4 check, I play C3. Yeah, I mean, isn't black gonna have some trouble after knight B5? Because knight C7, normally they play knight A6 to stop that. Can't do that in this position. I guess he could just play bishop B6. It looks funny. Bishop B6, I have knight D6, or even bishop. No, probably knight D6. Knight D6 looks good. He could also just castle, then knight C7, rook B8. Yeah, I mean that gives some interesting possibilities. Discovered attacks on the rooks later. It's kind of hard to believe that it's bad. Okay, I mean, let's go for it. I think he will castle. The problem is like knight c7, rook b8. I mean, my only knight move really is just to go back. And then his rook can go back. I don't want to draw. Like I could certainly consider like knight takes e6, f takes e6, bishop takes b8, knight takes b8, and I gave up two pieces for a rook and a pawn. I mean, I don't see any particular reason to do that. I don't think I have enough compensation there for what's effectively sacrificing material. I mean, I'm opening up black's rook in that line. I'm thinking about castles. Knight c7, rook b8. Knight takes e6. Pawn takes, bishop takes. The rook's defended. So I think that's not quite good enough. So if he castles, I don't even know if... Maybe I don't even play knight c7. Although if he castles and I don't play knight c7, then probably knight b5 wasn't a good move. Because at some point, white can just play a6. And then my move was sort of a waste. Maybe like knight e5 is some kind of... No, probably not. I mean, I'm just thinking like the whole problem with this plan is that the knight is defending the rook here at the end. So if I could somehow get rid of the knight, you know, then this thing could be working out. But even if I play knight e5, I mean, he can always just recapture with this knight. It's not really changing the situation. If my opponent were higher rated, then I might, higher rated than me, that is, then like some repetition here might actually be appealing. Probably more so over the board than online, but you know, if you repaired 200 points up and we're able to get like some repetition like this in the opening, I think I'd probably take it. I guess depending on the tournament situation. Okay, well, moment of truth. I'm just a little worried, like, if I do this and I'm not following it up, that my knight's gonna get stuck. I don't want that to happen. Bishop d6 is maybe some idea too, just to try to trade off, you know, what's a pretty good piece for black. I'm still worried about my knight getting stuck. I guess the knight can never really get stuck because I can always take here. Maybe this is worth considering, because if this knight has to come here, you know, then there could be some stuff going here. Could be. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just gonna go for this, because otherwise this whole thing feels unjustified. I guess if I played knight bd4, then it wasn't unjustified. Then I have to worry about getting forked. So I guess I should probably just castle. Since I still can go here. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, I guess I should just castle. Which way, though? Um... So maybe knight g5. Is that anything? Probably not. Knight g5. I mean, knight g5 actually makes this sort of a threat. Wait, no it doesn't. I'm like mixing things up. Never mind. I really want to attack on the king side though, because his pieces just feel like they don't defend very well. Could I play like h4? Is that totally crazy? Probably fairly crazy. Okay, I need to make a move. I'm gonna play h4. Call it a feeling. Call it a feeling. I'm just gonna play Alpha Zero style. Black's a little cramped, you know. Yeah, this is fairly expected. So probably just knight d4. Knight bd4, that is. Yeah, I guess so. I gotta be really careful here. Yeah, actually, it just occurred to me that if he takes here, I can't take with the knight because of this fork, so I actually have to take with the pawn. Okay. Well, I think that's a blunder. I think I can take and then check, and then I'm going to get my material back with a pretty nice looking attack. He wants to play this. Wait, I have to calculate deeper. I think that's working. Yeah, his king's coming under too much fire there. What if he plays king? I think king h8. That's what he'll play. Well, I guess I took a pawn. I still have some pretty scary looking prospects. Let's go for it. I think he overlooked that one. I think still knight g5. If I ever get my queen here, it's gonna be bad news for him, I think. I guess queen knight f6 he has could annoy. This is the threat. Bishop g5. Complicated stuff now. Maybe can I get away with this? Maybe. Because if I can play queen h5 and he's not playing knight f6, I think I'm winning. I have so little time, and there's so much to figure out. Man. I think this is okay. This is sort of maybe not fully calculated. It's a little bit intuitive. But if he takes with this knight, I'm going to take. Yeah. I'm going to take. And then if he takes, go here. What I couldn't figure out here was king takes. I mean, I think I'm still playing this. I'm not sure that I have, like, you know, compensation or whatever. Yeah. I mean, definitely get this in. Now, I mean, I don't super love him taking my thing there. I need to get this rook in. I'm even thinking about going totally crazy. Kasparov style double bishop sacrifice. It looks tempting. Man, I think it might work. I think it might work. If I don't do it, I think I'm probably lost. So we'll do it for the content. Because here's the beauty of the whole thing. If it doesn't work, I don't even have to put the game on YouTube. Right? Like, I can just, no one will ever know. This game will be lost to the annals of time. But if it works, then I'm a genius. It probably doesn't work, though. That's the harsh reality. But, I mean, I'm threatening this, and then if he goes here, that's checkmate. And I saw that he has bishop d6 to stop that, but I thought I'd just play f4. If he ever touches this pawn, then this is kind of a big deal. If he takes my knight, which I actually didn't calculate, which I should have, then rook here. It's just leading to mate right away, right? Yeah, okay, so f4 was my plan. I don't see any reason that that is not the move. He might play bishop takes f4. I sort of don't know what else to suggest for him. But I'll still take back, and I mean, I still have all the same threats. Yeah, I didn't think this really helped, because you're going to lose your rook, right? Like, I check. If you go here, I take the rook. But maybe you live to fight another day. But I also have rook g8 coming. What is happening in this game? I mean, now I have to think about just trading queens and queening this pawn. Oh, that's pretty funny. That is funny stuff. Rook g8's also pretty tempting. Yeah, I mean, rook g8, if I ever play rook e8, it's like mate. He'll play check, I can block. Then he has to, like, move the knight. I mean, if nothing else, I'm getting the bishop, too. Like, I think I have to play rook g8. It looks too fun. This seems like the kind of game that I'm gonna blow because of some tactic. But I'm having a lot of fun. Oh, I didn't see that. That's not fair. I didn't see that was legal. F5 looks pretty tempting. I guess this bishop's defending. Maybe I just, like, castle? Castle and get the other rook in? Yeah, I mean, maybe. I guess we'll do that. These guys are so funny to me. Like maybe I should just be pushing this pawn. What does black do? Push the G pawn? He runs. Okay, that blocks the bishop, so I'm definitely leaning f5. He is untangling. I'll give him that. But I think it's f5 here all day. Another, I mean, now this pawn's undefended too. Okay. Now this guy is undefended. Yeah. Alright, let's point out that guy. The bishop can't even move. Like, I can just take this. The bishop... Oh, well, wait, that's not quite true. The bishop can return to block. Oh, but then I could take this. Yeah, I'm threatening this, and I'm threatening this. Maybe he'll keep running. I'll just take this. Right? No sweat. I guess if he... Okay. There could be some line where, like, all the queens are hanging. But probably I get the knight. Or I get something, you know? Okay, he wants to take there. If I play king b1, there's bishop a3. But then I can take here with check. Probably I'll survive. Probably. Why don't I just take here first, and then he takes that, and then I move? Because I get mated? Yeah, because I get mated. Although I don't get mated. I can also just take this? I guess let's just take this. Even defending that. This is hanging. This is hanging. This can't move. This can't move. Man, chess is fun sometimes. A lot of times it sucks, but sometimes pretty fun. I mean, this has got to be just like plus 10 forced mate something. I mean, I don't know what to suggest. Like this knight's hanging. Maybe like queen b4. I mean, and then I take this probably with the rook. If he doesn't move the queen, like I take here, he goes here, and then I have this skewer. So, I mean, I think you have to move the queen. Okay, I mean, I can just take and then take this. That's probably the simplest. Because then he's also super pinned, and I just like make another queen. I guess that's all I have to do. All right, all right. Running this guy. The bishop can't really. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be too slow for him, right? What a game. I guess e4 is also an idea. Okay, true. I guess I'll just go back. I'm expecting f6 so he can play king f7. I think I'll just take this. And get both the rooks on the back rank. And I'll be up, you know, a lot. Yeah, I just take this, right? I'm just up too much here. Losing more material, black is. Don't know why I did like the Yoda grammar there, but also fairly close to getting mated. Yeah. Wow, that was a really fun game. I don't think I've ever done the double bishop sack before. So the immortal question is, did it actually work? Was it actually smart? Okay, he was totally winning. Oh man, that's great. The good thing also now, like, you know, he can't suspect me of cheating because he was like plus. It says, yeah, it says it was -5, -6 for black at various moments. Okay, so we got to learn. I'm gonna just click the learn from your mistakes button. I mean, okay, this is yeah. So it says this is equal. This is where I played knight e5, which like it was just bad calculation. I was short on time ish, and I just had. It's a bad move. It's a bad move. I can't defend the move because I was basically just sort of like making a judgment. Like, I think that my attack is strong enough, but I mean, I saw the refutation, which was knight takes bishop takes and king takes bishop. I mean, I don't know. I probably shouldn't have played it, but if I hadn't, then this game wouldn't have happened. So, I mean, what is the move here? Because he's threatening this, right? So I have to figure something out that doesn't like lose all my pieces. So the problems I'm having are that these things are hanging. Probably I should move one of them. Like bishop g3 maybe. This isn't a problem yet because he's still got this. So I don't know, maybe bishop g3. Okay, that's a fine move. It may not be the best. It says it's not the best, but it was saying basically equal. I mean, there's also knight g5. Which is pretty believable also. Because even if I get forked, I'm picking this up. And again, if I ever can get to... Yeah, oh wait, that's right. That's why I didn't think that worked, was because After I take, I thought knight f6 was like murdering me. I don't know about knight g5, but let's see. Okay, I was sort of right. The knight g5's not. Okay, so I don't know the best move. I mean, if it's not moving the bishop, then surely it's moving the knight? Like here? I don't really like that move, but... Okay, it says that's fine. Bishop d3, but I thought I'm still getting forked. Oh, I never get forked. I mean, I get forked, but I have a tactic that saves it. Because at the end of the line, I get queen h5 check, and I fork his knight on e5. Okay, so this was what I was afraid of. It says that actually just loses. Bishop takes, not knight takes. Okay, I'm more confused now. What's my threat? Am I threatening to sack on g7? Is that the point? No. I'm just threatening to go back. Okay, okay. Well, why can't you just take with this? I mean, I know you're not winning a piece. I finally understand that you're not winning a piece. Knight f6. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm not debating that I'm winning. Because I get that this, I have the... Oh, this is actually me. Oh, because I have a bishop. I forgot about that bishop. Okay, so yeah, this is a big threat, which explains knight f6. But my question is, why is the taking with the bishop winning, taking with the knight isn't? Taking with the knight is actually losing. Rook e8. Okay. So basically this way works because, well, this way taking with the knight first doesn't work because in this position rook e8 exists. And I actually am losing a piece. No. I'm not losing a piece. I'm still very confused because like the computer's giving bishop f5. So after this, oh, because if the bishop moves, then he can take this. I am losing a piece. Okay. But if you can imagine, like, if this were a knight, meaning that I took with a bishop first and the knight second, then rook e8 has a slight flaw, which is this. Okay, so that's why you have to take with the bishop first, not the knight. I'm quite sure I wouldn't have realized that if this had happened in the game. I'm very, very certain. Okay. So yeah, basically the game got sharp. Okay, and it says I made one other mistake later. Well, I wonder what it was. Okay, it was here where I'm already totally winning. We'll come back to that. I want to understand... Oh, wait, I want to hide the arrows for a second, because I want to try to figure out, like, what Black's defensive resource is. I am curious, is bishop takes g7 even a good move here? It is the best move. It's the best move. Oh, I turned off the arrows, right? Gotta show you guys. It is the best move, but the computer's still giving -5. So I don't know. I don't know if I should give myself props or be like, why am I -5? But, you know, either way, I'll take it, I guess. All right, turning off the arrows now. So I want to figure out how Black could have defended this. Because my plan was pretty simple. Here, here, and then this is mate. So I saw bishop d6 as a defense. And f4. Okay, and it says this was his mistake. He played... what did he play? I can't even remember. Yeah, okay. I mean, that was sort of... I thought fairly obvious. Like, you're losing your rook. Material's basically equal, and I still have this big initiative. But like, what else do you do? I can't really find another move other than bishop takes f4. But bishop f4, ef4, like, I mean, we still have all these problems, don't we? How else are you stopping rook g3? Oh, maybe he can play. Can he play rook g8? Is that the move? Rook g8. I'm just putting it on the board. I guess that's right, because the eval didn't freak out. Yeah, I guess I don't know really how to continue here. I guess you can even go here, but I would think this looks a little safer. And this is like, you know, close, but no cigar. All right, am I right? Oh, I didn't have it on. Okay, this is actually equal. So I'm still not right. Rook e8 is okay. He actually has a few different moves, it says. Turn those arrows back on. Rook e8, it says, is -8. And climbing. Yeah, I guess, so the point is, like, I mean, obviously the king can hide here. But then, like, after this, you know, it's not as devastating as it was. I'm not getting here. Like, I basically just have to move my queen. The king, I mean, this position's really weird. Like, none of black's pieces, they're all jumbled up, but the king is actually safe here. Like, how do we keep attacking? I'm down 2 bishops, so. Okay, crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's suggesting other moves, but obviously if we don't keep up some initiative, then we're just going to lose. I mean, this seems like the most intelligent try, because maybe we can find some perpetual to save the game. Man, knight takes e6. Can I check? I guess you block with the knight, probably? Yeah, you have to block with the knight, otherwise you lose. That's too bad. Yeah, and then I guess the king... I mean, you can even run with the king and give back a knight. Like, you're up 2 pieces, so... I mean, it's so complicated because you got to deal with this pawn. But, I mean, white's attack is definitely fizzled here. Okay, so, I mean, luckily for me, that didn't happen. He has to find... Rook e8 is the only, like, super duper winning move. It also says bishop b4 check is -3.5. I like that it gives king e2, but I would think I would play c3 just to try to create another threat. And now rook g8 is working better. I guess we got to see the refutation of rook g8. I mean, it's sacking even more material. I don't really understand why it wants to sack more. I mean, king f6 looks fairly crazy, but I don't know how to refute it. Either way, it's playing... I mean, both lines are transposing. They're both leading to this position. I guess you guys can't see. I changed my layout, so I forgot you guys can't see what I'm showing. But basically, after either of these moves, the computer's playing queen h6, and then the king goes to e7. So both lines appear to transpose. And we're basically just trying to get some perp. Yeah, okay, so it looks like to avoid the perpetual, you have to run and let me take your rook. Which I guess is the reason for the knight sacrifice. But now it's 3 minor pieces for a rook and 3 pawns. I mean, this is still pretty crazy, because it says, like, this bishop's hanging? So wouldn't you, like, want to move your bishop? But if you move your bishop, you're losing. Well, okay, your queen's hanging. I'm sorry, I'm being stupid. So you got to move the queen. So you have to. Okay, this actually makes a fair amount of sense. Move the queen, create this threat. That's the only winning move. Other moves are equal or lose. So it was still super dangerous for black, even as he's finding, if he found good defenses, it's still very dangerous. So what's wrong with rook g8? Right away. It's knight e6 with the same idea. I mean, I never would have thought. I mean, I guess, at this point, what's one more piece? But it's the same idea. Like, you're effectively winning in exchange, right? Because we're... Oh, here... Okay, it says both of these moves are zeros and everything else you're dead lost. Oh, so here, the problem is this stupid bishop's here. So you can't play king d6. So you have to play king e8. Oh my god. It's the worst looking move imaginable. Like, it looks like this should win, but you sack so much material that you don't win. It says black's a little bit better if you do that. And this, it says, is equal. Alright, chess is too hard. Okay, let's forget about all that stuff, and let's just relive what happened in the game. Where I got to attack forever. And he was never safe ever again. Rook g8 was best. It was the only good move. What were the other stupid things I was looking at? Oh, I was thinking about taking the queen and, like, queening my h-pawn. It says this might be winning. Yeah, I just wanted to play, like, h5. It says I'm not quite winning. I thought it was just going to be... I mean, he's got time, but... Okay, anyway, I mean, rook g8's much more fun. I didn't even see knight f8 was illegal. I thought he was going to play queen a5. I was going to play c3, and I thought I was winning. Computer agrees. But he played a better move, sadly. Castles was best. That was probably the funniest move of the game. For me. Like, okay, I'm good on material now. I'll just get my king safe. He tried to run. It wants him to develop. Yeah, I mean, I guess really, like... Optically, the king looks, in a bad spot here. I can't really argue with that. But I guess a bigger problem, actually, for black is that these pieces just aren't playing. It wants me to just push the pawn. I alluded to that eventually. But, okay, so it says f5 is a mistake. I'm not really too concerned about that kind of a mistake because I'm still +5. So, knight f3 was good. Yeah, too many threats. Yeah, I kind of forgot I could still take here. I mean, I didn't really see any reason to allow this. Although, I mean, after this, king b1, even if I had taken here, there's not a check. My knight holds everything down. Well, I guess maybe e4 is annoying. Okay, but what I did is good, maybe best. Yeah, now there's just no problems. I mean, now the knight's hanging, and this is defended. This is hanging. I suggested queen b4 might be the best. I think this was the position where I said this has to be like +10 or forced mate, and it is giving mate in 13. Queen b4, and it says mate in 13. c3. Okay, now it says a3 is the best move. Oh, that's too funny. I guess I get it, though. Because we're just, like, moving the queen away from this. So you can't go there because of that. And then if you go to e7, I was thinking I would take this. Then you'll go here. I hadn't really figured out the rest. Okay, that is what it's giving is the best, quote unquote. I mean, this seems okay. It says okay. Wait, I'm gonna turn this off because I want to solve stuff. I turned everything off, right? Yeah, turn off the arrow. Okay, so it said that this is mate in 2. Oh, here. That's pretty funny. There we go. That would be a very aesthetic way to end the game. So it's too bad that didn't happen. I'm glad I found the maiden too. Yeah, so I mean, obviously we don't really have to look any further. Like if this is not good, then like obviously like we can take the queen. There might be better, but taking the queen's gonna be made pretty soon. So okay, is there any other like craziness to even look at in this game? Everything else was just good. Oh, it's okay. It says rook takes d5 is mate. Yeah, actually, why didn't I play rook takes d5? I forgot that when I take that I'm pinning his queen, so he can't even take back. Okay, that's sort of a bad miss. Doesn't matter. Like I found a way that wins the game extremely easily. Oh, I just keep pushing. Didn't think about that. Yeah, and you're just dead. So okay, well that was a pretty fun game. I got to sack all my bishops, and then luckily my opponent didn't defend. Unjustified sacrifices are fun. So all right, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and stuff, especially subscribe because I want more subscribers. But okay, see you guys next time. Bye.